Bonsoir, boa noite, dumela, libita lakaki Richard, and you are tuned in live for the interview with LilReechy. I do hope that everybody can hear me. Join me every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. as we'll be talking to different personalities, celebrities, entrepreneurs, and we're just going to get inspired. This is a time where, during everything that's happening with COVID, that we stay tuned with getting ourselves pumped up and getting ourselves ready for what's about to come. I don't see this as a time of despair. I don't see this as a time of wasteful months. It's been a time for us to build ourselves up. Um, and I hope that you can join me every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. as I'll be speaking to different people. And this is just a test run this evening. And in order to continue with the test run, I'll be doing an introduction about who I am. I know a lot of people has been asking me what's been the whole deal with LilReechy. Where does the name come from? So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight, and let's get into it. So, LilReechy is started a few years ago when I was in high school. I wanted to be a rapper, and I couldn't think of a name as a stage presence, a name for my stage presence, and then I remember my neighbors used to call me Richie, and nobody else called me Richie. Everybody just called me Richard. And I thought, okay, cool, that sounds interesting since it's only a certain one family that's calling me Richie. And I thought, oh, that's cool. Let's continue with that. And I think Little was just big then, like Little Wayne, Little this, Little, everybody was Little. And I thought, okay, cool, let's become LilReechy. So I tried it, and then I started writing a few raps. Said I'm back on the track, and I'll be giving you a heart attack. I'm up in the zone, and I'll be making it my habit. Said LilReechy, yeah, you know I'm cool like that, you know. But yeah, it was not for me. The rapping thing was not for me, so I left the rapping thing. And then I've been busy with a lot of things. I think if there was a birth child to the phrase jack of all trades, master of none, I would be that person. I literally have been involved in anything that I could think of. Like I've been in a choir, I done drama, I was a drama director, I was dancing, I joined a dance group. I had my own company, events company. I closed my events company. I done entertainment blogging. I used to do a lot of writing back then. I studied finance, still work in finance. So currently I find myself writing poetry, doing my 9 to 5 job in finance. But my passion, my ultimate passion is helping low income earners to realize that it's not about how much you earn, but what you do with the money that you earn or with the income that you're getting in. And it's quite a broad topic, so it's going to take me a while. That is why I'm in a process of working out a program that's going to work out where I can help people that's earning little. I'm currently earning little. I work for a non-profit organization, so my income as an accountant is not as normal accountants, but my drive about this period, I'm finding myself very blessed to be still a low income earner, but being able to do certain things that makes it look like I'm a high income earner. I've done traveling. I've done. I don't have debt. I have got no credit. Everything I bought is cash. I bought everything that's within this place, cash at once. And it's not boasting. It's a sense of pride to know that I was able to accomplish certain things and not go into the risk of borrowing from family friends or taking loans out to acquire temporary happiness, you know. So I feel like anything that I want is worth waiting for and worth saving for. um, I must say that I don't have my own property, and I do not have a car. So those are two factors that I find my peers currently focusing all their energy on. So I'm trying to find ways in which I, as a low income earner, can then impact my generation to say, okay, cool, I know we all want to achieve these things, but let's not rush into unnecessary debt. You know, work with what we have. If you're earning so much, you know, you should be able to work well with what you have. But anyway, that's just my passion, and that is something that is in the pipeline and what I'm working towards. So hopefully by the end of the year, you're gonna see a different side to what I'm doing. Um, you know what's interesting about this whole LilReechy thing uh, is that I've never ever done a live video. I've always been shy about it. I've always been nervous. Uh, I attempted doing a live video for a friend a few weeks back, and I literally could not sleep that evening because I tossed and turned at the fact that I feel like I messed up that live video. And but give me a large crowd, give me new people, give me a new crowd of people I've never met. I can literally interact with anyone and everyone right there and right then. I'm so confident in front of large crowds, and so this for me is a challenge to do live videos. I've always had a thing about I don't know if it's a phobia for cameras. But I'm hoping that this phase with the interview with LilReechy will help me just break that shyness and break that lack of confidence, so that it becomes something that I'm used to. Because I love talking. I've even went, as I said, I've done a lot of things. I even done a lot of auditions for presenting, and I've gone through a few stages, but nah. I think I know my limits right now. So this for me is a stepping stone into just trying to build myself up into being able to become that well-rounded presenter. So what's happening with the interview with LilReechy is that in the next few weeks for the rest of the year, I'll be speaking to different people. I've got comedians, I've got celebrities, I've got makeup artists. We're talking about relationships, we're talking about money, we're talking about acting, we're talking about opportunities. We'll be talking to anyone and everyone that will help us stay inspired and help us become better people. Because this is a time. I spoke to somebody and I said there's two ways or that COVID-19 can be approached, or the lockdown rather can be approached. For some people, this period is a time that they need a break. You know, there's been so much pressure on them. It's been work, it's been studies, it's been the pressures of everyday life, and now it's even heavier with people losing jobs, people not sure how where tomorrow, what tomorrow holds. So I do understand that there's a lot happening. So I don't. I feel everybody needs to find their own feet, find their own way, and these things take time. And then there's the second part to COVID-19 and to lockdown, and that is to take the opportunity to build yourself up. So many people around us are getting sick or dying, and you that are lucky to still be earning a full income, you that is lucky to still be alive, should take this up as a wake up call, you know, to better yourself, to become that person that you've always wanted to be. And now you don't have an excuse to say like there's no time. Well, I mean, I've been working like now during lockdown. I found like the work has been much more, but I do feel like I've got more time on my hand. There's no, so that I can then pursue my ambitions and write down more things that it is that I want to accomplish for the rest of the year. Um, Another thing is what I've realized is that I've become a person that has lost myself in a sense of I feel that I'm a vessel of full potential. And I think we all find ourselves there, as that we've got so much potential, but then we're sitting on it. I matriculated. I was never an A student, but I matriculated as top student with 6 distinctions. And had no plans to do anything thereafter. I went to England, came back earlier than I was supposed to, and got a bursary out of the blue. And again, I think more in my college years, I started partying. So I didn't really study. I never actually focused or paid attention. And I remember I was in the class with people that were from private schools, as well as those that were studying like full time. Like people were there and they were just hardcore on the studies. Assignments were done on time. And I was just laid back. Obviously I had my assignment like, I'm more of a procrastinator, so things were done like the evening before. But even that with college, I passed with overall distinction. I passed with top achiever in the accounting course, and now a few years later, I find myself. I've done short courses here and there, but I'm just like, where have I strayed from myself, from my goals, from my ambitions? That I'm sitting with so much potential, and I'm not doing anything about it. So this is the period that I'm using to reflect on all these things and start writing a game plan. I'm all for game plans. I feel like if you want a house, there needs to be a game plan. If you want a car, there needs to be a game plan. Anything that you want in life needs a game plan. And don't have it only in your mind. You need to have it written down. Because writing things down has a beautiful way of manifesting itself, as well as keeping you on par with your goals and ambitions. And so that's me, LilReechy. And what's happening in the next few weeks, as I said, we're speaking to different people. So join me 7 p.m. every Thursday evening. And then we will be talking about topics. You can join in. If you've got any questions, if you've got any concerns, if you want to join in, have your input, I'll have a different platform because we'll be engaging with the artist or the speaker or the guest that I'll be having in. But yeah, this is an exciting time for me because I'm challenging myself to get rid of my shyness for the screen. But it all takes time. And I'm an avid person about learning. I'm always willing and able to learn, and as long as you keep on learning, as long as you keep on acknowledging your mistakes, I think there's room for growth, and you need to always be upfront and honest with yourself. I'm a speaker. I talk a lot, so one thing I learned, also a friend told me, is that when I actually become more serious about this, I'm going to have to start breathing. I don't always have to fill every gap. And I think that's what probably brings about my camera shyness, is that I feel like every gap needs to be filled. And I'm really willing to learn. And I thank everybody that's tuning in, that is willing to be a part of this movement. But as I said, it's just all about inspiring each other. If at any time, if you want to hear about my advice or tips, I'm not a financial advisor, but I am working towards that. I would like to become a financial advisor. It's been advised to me to become a financial advisor because I'm so passionate about how we use our income and what we do. So if you got any questions, always feel free to DM me and then I'll respond. But yeah, so this is just a test run. From next week, we will be speaking to L'Oreal Burton about relationships. So I think you can take the week ahead to just prepare yourself about your relationship questions. But we will be talking about relationships and where we are in this generation with our mindset towards relationships, and how do we approach relationships, and what happened to longevity in relationships. Like we're looking at parents or our parents that were together for 30 years, and we're looking at our friends that are getting married 2 years later, they're getting a divorce. So we'll be talking about relationships. And then, as I said, we've got various guests coming up weeks later. So join me in. Join at LilReechy _ZA every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. And as I said, if you got any questions, please feel free to send them my way. So I think that's about it for the evening, because I can literally go on and on and on. I think I'm getting used to this because I normally stutter more than what I've been doing this evening. So thank you everybody for tuning in. And as I said, this was just a test run. So if some of you were waiting to see a guest, I do apologize. But next week Thursday, as I said, we've got L'Oreal that will be joining me live on Instagram at 7 p.m. And I will be announcing every Thursday who the next week's guest is, or artist, or whatever it is. And I am looking forward to just being able to have that conversations. And I'm hoping that as you walk away from that live stream, that you feel inspired and you feel quite engaged with the conversation. Thank you once again. From one nervous person to a great audience. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good one.